Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. And today we are drinking a beer that was picked up for me by the one and only Greg. Thank you very much, Greg. It is from the Great Lakes Brewing Company and Amsterdam Brewing Company. I did not know this was a collab, to be honest with you. This is the GLB and Amsterdam Life Sentence Triple IPA. So there we go. There's a guy wearing a skeleton, basically like the Bone Shaker skeleton, wearing a hop leaf on a chain. He's shackled to a hop leaf. It is 10% alcohol. Life Sentence Triple IPA. Now a triple IPA is basically a made-up style. Actually, most 10% alcohol, 100 plus IBU IPAs I've ever seen are just doubles. This is the first triple that I can think of that I've seen. Anyway, 2015's Life Sentence IPA was brewed featuring a hand-selected 100-kilogram bale of late-harvest Chinook grown in Takima, Washington. Bale number, if you care, 5-405-0661CH. Much thanks, Gordon at Charles Farm. Charles Ferrum? At Charles Ferrum. Yep. What do we have over here? Canadian Brewer of the Year. Great Lakes. Life Sentence. Ingredients: water, malted barley, hops, and yeast. Serving temperature 3 to 5 degrees. Way too cold for me. I don't drink my beer at that. This is probably sitting at 16. Glassware, a tulip. Well, we're going to use the Spigaloo stout glass. I actually don't have a GLB glass, so I can't do #proper glassware. And IBU 100 plus. Okay. I don't remember when this was first released. I think late November, early December. So we're looking at about anywhere from like 1.5 to 3 months old now. Because today is February 1st. Well, I went to work on January 31st and it's now February 1st. So yeah, and yeah, there's no date on the bottom. Because this was one of those beers that would sell out quick. So they didn't feel they had to date it. Where's the date, guys? Guys, where's the date? Where's the date, guys? Let's see what's in the fridge. Little bit of haze. Just that brassy gold color. Big white head. Not really much snap, crackle, pop, but there are tunnels forming in the head. So it is a good looking beer. I mean, it doesn't look bad. Smell? Ooh. This actually... I don't think I'm going to like this beer. Don't think I'm going to like this beer. I'm hoping I will, but this smells a lot like... Excuse me. Tonight I've drank 2 beers. Well, actually, I've drank 3 beers tonight. This will be my 3rd. But I had this, and before that, I reviewed this. And yeah, they smell a lot alike, and I really didn't like that one. Huge amount of hop oil, huge amount of resin. Oh, yeah. That, like, pine resin grapefruit pith smell. It's actually burning my nose, and it's mixed in with some alcohol astringency. Actually, it smells almost the exact same, but with alcohol astringency. So I'm getting some blood orange, I'm getting some pine oil, and I'm getting a lot of like grapefruit pith. Let's try the beer. Cheers. Now, the first sip of that made me almost gag and tear up. So let's see how this goes at 10% alcohol instead of 6.8. Actually, that ain't bad. I don't know if it was a lot juicier, a lot fruitier when it was fresh, but I get pine on the back end. I get that pine oil, resiny, take over the back of your palate type of taste on the back end. But I'm also getting grapefruit juice and blood orange, and that's a really nice, nice forefront, as well as a super, super sweety, malty beginning. Yeah. Very malty beginning, which is then transitioning into blood orange, which transitions into like a blood orange grapefruit cocktail, and then transitions into a little tiny grapefruit pith mixed with the pine oil. And actually, not nearly as long lasting on the back of the palate as the black IPA from Collective Arts. Not nearly as in your face as the Collective Arts Black IPA. This is actually really enjoyable. The smell did worry me. I thought by that smell that it was going to be like that beer for me, and that beer actually got a really low mark. It's going to be probably one of my lowest of the year. As of right now, it is probably one of my 3 lowest of the year, maybe even the 2nd lowest of the year. But that one actually made me want to gag. This one I'm actually able to drink without a problem. And for a beer that had the smell it had, I was worried. And 10% alcohol. 10% alcohol. This goes down really well. And what was the cost on this? Life Sentence Triple IPA, $5 for the can. That's not actually all that bad either. I mean, we've talked about prices on things before, and I mean, I've brought up things before. I just had okay. Excuse me. $5 for this. Okay, $5 for a can of this. Around the same price. I think it's now $6 because the price has gone up for 10 bitter years. About the same price for Immodest. All three, probably 3 of my favorite high-end IPAs in the province as of right now. Black Oaks has fallen back a good deal, and then you have other double IPAs that are much more. I mean, you look at Innocente. I love you, Steve. I love your beer, but Innocente's double IPA is what it's something like $10 a bottle, maybe even 12. I don't remember which one of. Oh yeah, I think it was 10 a bottle. And then Railway City's Double Dead Elephant was in the $12 range, as was the brand new brewery, The Exchange. Their number 7 IPA, which is 7.1% alcohol, is also in the $12 range. It's $11.50 a bottle. I can get 2 of these for the same price as Innocente's. I can get 2 of these for the same price as the other 2, The Exchange and the Double Dead Elephant. I can get 2 Immodest. I can get two 10 bitter years. Alora's Lady Friend IPA is actually fairly cheap as well, and it's a 7% alcohol beer that's beautiful. High Road, once they start canning or bottling, maybe they'll be amazing price too, but High Road's Bronin is an amazing beer as well, and you can get a lot of pints of that for the same price as the bottles. This is where it's not quality that changes, because I mean they're all quality beers. None of them have faults in them. It's just value. Don't put them in a fancy hand painted champagne bottle so that you can charge an extra $6. You add an extra $2 to your total to charge $6 more, making a grand total of $4 more. In the long run, stuff like this is going to be a better bang for my buck, and this is actually a really, really good beer. I'm giving this. Let me do one more sip here. Yeah. I'm giving that an 8.25 out of 10. Is it worth more? Could be. But this is what I personally feel. I personally feel it's a really good beer. I think a Modest is better. And I think this is probably in that range. But it does twinge the back of my palate a little more than it should for me to love it. I mean, it could be an 8.5, it could be an 8.75. I couldn't give it a 9 because it does twang the back of my palate a little bit. But at 10% alcohol, it's a very, very dangerous beer because there's no alcohol warming. And at 100 IBUs, it's a very, very dangerous beer because it isn't as bitter as I would think it would be. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Greg, for picking this up. Have a wonderful night, and goodbye.